Hello everyone and welcome back to Source Coder Hub. In this series, we're working on building a React Redux CRUD application. And in this video, we'll import the useSelector hook and use it to get posts from the Redux Store and display them on the front end. So over in this post list component, we want to actually display our 3 posts. So we're going to have here a section. And inside we want to have a div. And this is going to be for the for each post. And what do we want to show for each post? Well, first of all, we want let's see, we're gonna have each one here first. It's gonna be post list, okay? And below that, we're gonna have a div, which is gonna be a div for each post. And inside, we're gonna have a h2. We're gonna have a title, and maybe below that, we're gonna have an h3 description, and below that, we're gonna have p author. How about that? And what we want to do is pass over our post. Our post is going to come from, our post is going to be sent over from the home page. So we want to get to the point where we're sending over post from the home page to our post component. How do we do that? Let's go back over to the home. And we see that that's what we want to pass over, but how do we get that information? So we're going to get these posts from state. And where are we getting these posts? We're going to get them from the global store. So in order to get data from the store, we need to use a hook that we talked about earlier called useSelector from React Redux. And here, a little space here, we're going to call the useSelector, and we're going to pass the entire Redux store as state. So state, and we need to include the name of the slice here, which is post. And we need to use the name of initial state, which is entries here. And we're going to save that in a variable called posts. So we pass that over. So this, first of all, should be post because there's more than one. So what we're going to do here is map through posts. First of all, if there are posts, we're going to map through them and get a single post. So here we want to include the key. We're going to get the post ID. And here is the post title. And we want the post description. And we want the post author. Okay, let's save that. And I know what it is. The thing that happens is when you refresh the browser, all the posts will disappear unless we persist data. We're going to get into that in the next lesson, but let's just create the new post again and just see it show up. We just want to make sure they're showing up. There we go. That's the first one. That's another one. Another one here. Okay, so that's the first, that's the second one. And we did a third post. Third. Okay, good. So now that everything is working, we can tackle another task. And that is, we want to delete a post from this list. We're going to include a button at the bottom of each post. So let's say here, we're going to include a button here, and this is going to be delete. Let's see if that shows up. Yes. So when a user clicks on the delete button, what do we want to happen? We want that post to disappear. So let's add an on click. And when we click on the button, we want just this particular or one particular button that we press to be deleted. So in order to get that behavior, you need to pass in a handle delete, and we need to include the actual ID of this post. So we're going to include it here, post ID, and now we can go up to the top here and create the function to delete posts. So that's const handle delete, and we are passing in as an argument the post ID. This is the parameter, this is the argument we're passing in. So when the user clicks on the delete, we want to remove that post. In order to do that, I got this in the wrong place. It should go up higher, just like that. Yep. In order to do that, we need to again send data over to the global store. So what do we need to send over? We need to send over the ID. So we're going to dispatch. Again, in order to use dispatch, we need to import it. And we're going to import useDispatch from React Redux. Once we install or import it, we can initialize it like this. Dispatch equals useDispatch. And now we can use it here. And what are we dispatching? Well, first we have the hook, and then we need the action. And what action do we need? Let's go over to the slice. We need the remove action, which we exported from the post slice. But now we need to include it here in this post list. So we're going to import remove from the post slice. Then we can actually use it here in the handle delete and include the post ID. And that tells dispatch the exact post that needs to be deleted. So let's go over to the slice, and we're going to include here the functionality to remove that slice. Start off with state here because it's what we're going to update. So we're going to filter through all the entries by ID and exclude entries that match the action payload. So let's save this here, the post list and the delete button. Let's just see if it works. So we have the delete button. Do we have any posts there? Oh, empty again. Let's just try a new one. New post description, new post author, free. Let's try another one. Another post. another post, and finally another author. Let's create it. And now let's see if our delete works. We're going to delete another post, and there it's gone. So heading back over, our delete button works. We can create a new post. The last action we need to take care of is updating a post. So this may be a good place to end our video. In the next video, we'll continue to build our post web application, and we'll learn to update a post. If you found value in this tutorial so far, don't forget to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell button. If you want to be the first to know, connect to the hub. Together, we share knowledge, code, and community. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.